All right, all right, all right. We're going to try something a little different today. So stick around and see what's going on. All right. To begin with, this is what we elected. Yellen warns inflation in the U.S. is unacceptably high. I mean, what does she need? FaceTime? Look at this broad. I mean, this should be the welcoming face in a geriatric ward, right? You walk in and you should see her seated in a soft chair, drooling. We have these people running our country. She sucked when she was Fed president. And then they made her fucking treasury. And the guy's name eludes me, but the cat that was working under Trump, I mean, he's from my industry. Big bond trader. Guy was brilliant, fucking brilliant. And then they put this bozo in. Oh, I can't believe what this country did to us. All these idiots screaming about Trump and put morons in office to run the country. All right. Am I too opinionated? Dow falls more than 300 points. And Yellen says price cap on Russian oil is one of our most powerful tools to address inflation. Yeah, I don't really believe that either. Putting a price cap, it just inhibits their ability to make money. It has nothing to do with what we're doing. Because he's selling to the other nations. What if he just decides not to sell? These people, I mean, are they this stupid, or do they think we're that stupid that they hand us these stupid excuses or arguments? Now we're looking for an interest rate hike of 1%, which would be ridiculous because I think you see it in the economy. I think if you look around, you're seeing that last month was the peak. June was the peak. I think July's numbers are going to be a lot easier. Oh, man, I changed this. Let's just clear this out. I guess my cookies are blocked. And let's just take a look. Where is it? The U.S. So what we got is PPI at 8:30. We're going to take a look at that, see what that does. They're looking for a jump of 9%. It's probably going to be hotter than normal. I'm thinking that's why the market traded down just in advance of that number. But yesterday... okay, so that's what we're looking at. Friday, we got retail sales. We got a few Feds speaking, but those are the market movers right there. Consumer sentiment on Friday also at 10 o'clock. And then next week, we have some interesting stuff. And we've got some earnings coming up. Our first bank earnings are going to start rolling out. First Bank, JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley. Look, all the banks are coming out. I'm thinking the banks should look good because of that volatility. They should have some good trading numbers. All right, so we're trying something a little different today. So what we're looking at, let's jump right to the futures and talk about the futures market. Here's Bitcoin. Bitcoin is still in that consolidation. We're going to watch it in that consolidation. I think the most pressing is going to be, okay, it's going to be a little awkward until I get the hang of this. This is another software. It's not as efficient as that, as the one I use normally. But I could trade futures and stuff like that. So we're going to watch that trend line right there. We're going to be neutral pending a break of that support right there on BTC. I'm just feeling a little more negative come in. I would like to see things start ripping, but I'm just feeling a little more negative come in. So we're going to be neutral pending a break of that support right there, and that's on Bitcoin. And you could figure that Ethereum, all of the coins, the patterns are relatively the same. They translate. Here's bonds, U.S. bonds. Okay, I mean, you got a Head and Shoulders. It's a little awkward. We could so as bonds go up, interest rates go down, and we could argue that oh, yes, and Fanny. Well, that's not really what I want. I want a horizontal line. So, like I said, a little awkward until I get the swing of things here. So we could argue that that is the neckline to watch. That blue line right there, this is the neckline to watch, breaking that, right? We could call this a head and shoulders pattern, a little awkward, but breaking that, we're neutral on bonds. Nothing exciting. I'm not looking to trade that break of that resistance, but I don't know. I feel like bonds are going to move up, which means interest rates move down. I would like to, this is on a daily. I would like to have a gander at something. But you know what? That's how we're looking at it. We're neutral on bonds. Nothing exciting as far as the setup. And a break here would move bonds up. And this is the 30-year I'm looking at right there. And then we got crude oil. Very interesting. That's why I hopped over it, because I think everybody should start looking at this to get a general idea of what's going on going forward. So crude oil. We have a flag that triggered. This low right here would be the test, right? The break of this low right here is the trigger of the bear flag. This is a test of the bear flag. If it breaks, we could expect a push down. Well, I guess we'll hit a little resistance at the 90 mark, and then I'm thinking we hit some resistance right around the 86, and I'd like to see that. Look at that momentum. That momentum is screaming, and this is a daily chart right here. That momentum is screaming bearish. So we have a break of the daily bear flag, which last night I was kind of looking at that and put in an order. I put in a stop. And I hopped in some contracts on this break, and I've got my sell stop up there, or my buy stop actually up there. So I'm bearish on oil, and this is the test. It could reject off of this, but I think it's going to continue moving down. And then finally, here's two interesting things. Gold is selling off, and I'm just staying neutral on it after this spike. Just trying to get a feel for it. You can see the divergence here in the Mac Daddy. So there's nothing exciting here. I'm just going to sit here and watch it. But what I do find interesting is, boom, look at that, right? That's copper. That's recession fear. Boom, boom, boom. And personally, I really don't see any indication of a recession. So I'm eyeing this bad boy for an entry long, and I think it's way oversold. I'm just going to watch it for a little while, see how this thing plays out, see if I could get a good indication of a reversal on it, and then I'll figure my entry or some good support somewhere where I should be looking for a reversal. So I'm going to just work on that bad boy a little bit. But that's very interesting, isn't it? That's really screaming recession. That's the result of recession fears. I don't even see an entry up here. After this flag, this consolidation, I guess you could have entered on these flags. But there was no indication of the reversal to me in this, except maybe news and speculating the short, but that's it. The only entry really would be if I played this flag, and I don't know that flag would have been enticing to me. Just some thoughts. All right, let's go back to the markets. Bang, bang, bang. Here's the S&P, and this is my 240 chart, and we got a flag right here, and at 9:30, I believe, yeah, at 9:30, we'll look for the break of this low, and that would be a continuation of the flag. And I'd say we'll push down pretty quickly to 743, and that would give us a 60-point rundown. But again, again, I mean, we're in this consolidation right here. So those 740s would be the low we're going to test. We could end up coming down, trying that that 36, that 36, 37 area. But if we break that, then I think my 33.18 is a good low. So we'll keep our eye on the prize with that, with the S&P. NASDAQ's not looking as grim. So I'm going to call this around here the 1135 support. And I'm neutral pending that support, to tell you the truth. I have a bearish bias. I'm going to watch that flag on the 240, but this support, which is probably a daily support. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, so you could find your entry on the 240. You could even take your entry right here, pending that test break. But this would be a support right here, and you might as well go to the low of 739. That's a good number. So I'm neutral pending that. But if you wanted to test that, then you can go to the 240s and take the entry there. Although if you're not trading futures, let's see what it looks like for the S&P. If you're just trading the S&P, then just wait for a break of that support. The break of the low of 38.18. No, that's, yep, 38.18. No, that's the high. Let me try that again. 38.67. So wait for that break. You probably fill this gap right here. I take my first off there, take my second off at this resistance right here, and leave one on to see if it runs to that 33.18 that I'm targeting. So anyway, that's how I would play that. What'd I miss? What'd I miss? I don't think I missed anything. I hope I was exciting. Kept your attention. Subscribe, hit the bell, hit the like. And if there's anything you guys want me to look at, oh, you know what? Before I go, let's look at the Dow. Here's the Dow futures. Same thing, man. You could find a low right there in this consolidation. Probably translates right to the Dow if you're trading the Dow futures. But if you're trading the Dow options instead of the futures. But it would translate right here. Dink, dink. 33.27. Would be your break. So everybody's pretty much in the same pattern. And this is going to be a hard fight down because it's got to work its way through all this resistance right there. But nonetheless, if you needed to, or you're looking to take a negative play, that would be it. Coinbase. Let's not forget Coinbase. See, I was already signing off. So Coinbase looks like Bitcoin. I mean, it's all the same thing. You look at these lows, and it's in consolidation. Momentum's moving up. So I don't know. Maybe if the market falls apart, these things will get a little cheaper. But it looks like they've taken their beating. There's Tesla. Nothing exciting on Tesla. These are 5-minute charts. The Goog, the coin. All right. So tomorrow I'll go through all the other equities, and we'll figure out entry levels on Apple, Google, Microsoft, Russell, Tesla. So again, subscribe, hit the bell, hit the like. Let me know if you like this layout better than the last layout I was doing. I feel like I'm covering more markets, giving you guys more insight into what's going on. So just leave a comment. Let me know what you think.